So I'm starting on the A-pillar repair here. You can see I've cleaned it up most of the way. Still got a little more cleaning to do. This right here. Made a patch for this area right here. It was a little too thin, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a patch while I was in here. Might as well. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. It's not got to be perfect because it's going to be underneath this cowl panel anyways. And I cut this out. This is the piece that was right there. Cut that out just so I could, clean this and access whatever rust was in there. So, don't think I have the piece that I cut out of there, but this is the piece that I'm going to be sectioning in here. See if I can get it to fit in there okay. Something around there. Of course it'll need some adjusting. This edge is kind of mangled up, but it'll be fine. So, first one I'm going to weld in is this one right here. I gotta, make a patch for it. But weld that in. Make sure that this is where it needs to be first. Then after that, I'll probably go ahead and weld this little patch in there. And then I'll start thinking about doing these two. Now the thing is, I noticed when I started cutting this piece out right here that the cowl actually moved down a little bit. So you can see it's actually lower than this piece right here. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Probably going to get like a 2x4 and a jack and just have this held up a little bit. See if I can get it positioned right. And then I can weld this piece in there and it should be okay. But yeah, it's a little worse than I thought it'd be, but not too much that I can't handle, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to run through the steps on how to make a patch. This is basically, just basic way that I do it. First thing you're going to need is obviously your patch. What I like to do is try to flatten it out as much as I can. Then use some fresh sheet metal if you have it. Then take your piece, try and do this with one hand, and just scribe along the edge of it. You can't see that, but you get the idea. After you scribe it, go ahead and, you can use a cutoff wheel, some tin snips, get it roughed in. Then what I like to do is take my piece and the piece that I cut out, line them up as best I can, stick it in the vise, and actually run across the top edge of the patch and get it squared up with the piece that I cut out. That usually gets it in pretty close, and then you can bend it to whatever, bends it needs, and yeah. That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, this is a fairly simple patch. Obviously, you're going to run into some more complicated ones. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. Okay, so we got our patch here. You can see we got it lined up pretty good. You can see this edge is actually already pretty close, so I'm just going to buzz down this edge right here. Make sure you don't hit a piece that you cut out. Just get it as close as you can. And you may have to adjust it, when you're trying to fit it in, buzz it a little bit, get it to fit right, but this is a pretty efficient way of roughing in your patch. So we'll see how this one turns out.